word, son? What do you do, YouTube? It's your boy Jadavon. All right, man, before we get into this video, make sure to like button, comment, subscribe, share the word, spread the links, because you know how I do. If you haven't already, when you hit the subscribe button, click the bell icon to be notified every time I upload. Without further ado, let's get into it. All right, man, so I really want this video to legit be like a discussion. I'm gonna be down in the description. I'm gonna be down there in the comment section, you know, to chit chat with y'all. But honestly, man, I gotta know to the franchise crowd out there, like, are y'all good? Like, are y'all all right? Because honestly, bro, like, after playing the Madden 23 beta and seeing what like different things they've done in franchise mode, I'm gonna be super honest with y'all, man. Like, I haven't really been on franchise mode since. When's the last time I was on franchise mode? Since Jesus, like, damn, when's the last time I was on franchise mode? I'm trying to think. I think the last time I was on franchise mode was back in 19. I think that was the last time I touched franchise mode. After that, I didn't mess with it no more. Then, of course, whenever people was making a fuss about franchise mode, stuff being needed to be upgraded with it, then that's when I checked it out. And, you know, I saw the upgrades that they did. I saw the little RPG element where, like, they have, like, this tree that, like, if you do a certain amount of things, you get these points that you can use to upgrade your players and the staff. And, you know, it seems real RPG, like I said, RPG-esque, but I'm just not a fan of that, man. You know what I mean? And I hate to bring it up, but it makes a good point. You know, 05 through 07 Madden was like, that was like the prime days for like franchise mode. You know what I'm saying? Like that really made things happen. And then the same as that time, you know, as time went on, they kind of started fading away from franchise mode, because in Madden 08, 09, and then when you got to when you left the PS2 and you started getting to the PS3 and 360 side, that's when you started getting into, like, you know, at the time, next gen. And then it was really like bare bones. It was like really, really, really bare bones. You know what I'm saying? So then 10 was when they were trying to really like put forth their best effort, doing the whole extra point thing. And then after that, that's when it kind of just started going on a decline again. Then they made a poor decision changing franchise mode to what they called it at that time, connected franchise, which is probably the stupidest thing they ever did, ever. They should have never did that. So, you know, here we are now. They're trying to, you know, reclaim the throne for franchise mode. But, you know, honestly, man, I'm just not feeling it. I'm not feeling where franchise mode is at, man. I don't like where it's headed. I mean, I see the things that they try to do to make additional adjustments to it and try to add different things, but I don't really see nothing fruitful coming out of the franchise side. Now, if any of y'all see it, you know, being improved or whatever, hey, please let me know in the comment section, and, you know, feel free to indulge in all the details you could possibly give me. But honestly, man, I don't see Madden 23 franchise being any different than the previous year. And to tell you the truth, like, I really don't play franchise mode in Madden because the way that the game plays alone, like, it turns me away from playing other stuff. Like, I don't even want to play the yard. I don't even want to play face a franchise. I don't want to play none of that stuff, bro. Like, Madden turns me off that bad to the point where I don't want to play nothing else. You know what I mean? Versus playing 2K, where I can go from playing My Park or Pro-Am or Rec or whatever, just playing my player in general. I can go from that to playing Quick Play or Play Now, you know, play with the WNBA or play with the overseas teams, or create a fantasy squad or whatever. Not fantasy squad, not my team, but, you know, just go regular Quick Play or Play Now, whatever. Then I can go do my GM, do that, and, you know, play that, or make a franchise, not franchise, but a season mode, play with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's different things that I can do on 2K, but the game itself actually plays decent. You know what I mean? So, back to Madden, the Madden 23 beta, franchise mode is going to be a disaster. And I'm going to say this right here. So I started up the franchise mode. Of course, I did it offline. So I picked the Eagles, and, you know, I sim past preseason, and then I sim all the way to like the mid-season, the midway point of the season. So one of the things caught my eye, and I want y'all to somehow make sense of this, all right? Because in my mind, I got an idea as to how teams would handle, you know, the way that they're moving their personnel around. So at the midway point, the next team that we had up was the Steelers. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So we're playing against the Steelers now. Of course, you know, you got TJ Watt over there, or whoever he's supposed to be over there. You got the X Factor going on or whatnot. So you got him over there. And next thing I know, when I'm scrolling through to see who's my matchup, Cam Newton is over there. I'm like, what the hell's Cam Newton doing over there? Like, wait, they signed Cam Newton? So I'm like, well, okay, I know Mitch Trubisky is supposed to be the starter over there. So I'm like, okay, well, maybe he's hurt. I go over to the players and over where the rosters are for that team, and I click on Mitch Trubisky. I don't see any injury stats bomb, whatever. I circle through everything, and as I look, there's nothing wrong with him. No injury whatsoever. No injury at all whatsoever. So I'm like, all right, well, what was the point of them signing him? And honestly, the team didn't have a bad record at all. But for some strange reason, they signed Cam Newton to a 1-year, $4.3 million deal. Now, mind you, Cam Newton is pretty much on his way out. As much as I love Cam Newton, Ace Boogie, or as Duke the Killer would call him, Scram Ass Newton, you know what I'm saying? Like, Cam Newton is pretty much on his way out. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that. I respect him. I respect his game. But why would you sign him for a 1-year, $4.3 million deal for 1 year? What sense does that make? I can understand maybe 1 year, maybe 1.5 million, but why would you sign him for so much money and he's that old? He's like, everybody who plays in franchise leagues, in leagues franchise, know that you would never spend that amount of money on a player knowing the fact that he's been in the league that long or he's that old. You would never do that. You never put money into a player like that. He's old, because it's only maybe 1, maybe 2 years until he's getting ready to, maybe retire, or he's probably end up going to get hurt because all that time that has passed. So I'm like, all right, well, that was weird. So time goes on, and I sim it to the off season. So I'm simming through the off seasons or whatever. So I sim all the way to the point of, I would say, the last week of free agency. And I sim past that, even though I sim past that, and then I went to the draft. And when I got to the draft, I was looking to see who all got signed. The Steelers signed Lamar Jackson for $189 million deal for like 4 or 5 years or something like that. Mind you, Cam Newton is still there. They re-signed Cam. Mitch Trubisky's still there. Kenny Pickett is still there. And I forgot who else they got in it, but they're stacked at quarterbacks. Why do you need to have so many quarterbacks at one time? Like, what is the point of that? You know what I'm saying? And then at the same as that time, players have this thing where they got like these tags on them, or like their roles or whatever. Like, give an example, they got Cam Newton there as a bridge QB, but he's a mentor. And then you got Kenny Pickett. He's I don't know if he's a bridge QB. I don't remember. I remember it saying that he's a future starter for this team, and I remember seeing that. So my thing is, as somebody who's actually, I'm putting myself in the mind of somebody who's managing a team. You wouldn't put all that money and time into somebody, or you wouldn't put all that money into a person that it only has a limited amount of time. You know what I'm saying? Like, even guys who just play, who I say, I got 1 year left in me, they don't sign up for a whole bunch of money. You know what I'm saying? Unless they just want to do that off the free will. But anybody logically thinking, you won't sign up for all that kind of money. Second, Lamar Jackson wouldn't sign with the Steelers. I know he wouldn't. And this is why. Because they literally have no weapons. The only weapon that they have, who's literally a weapon that was still there, was Chase Claypool. Yeah, Chase Claypool. I don't remember who was at tight end. I don't even know if they kept whoever was at tight end. But Juju Smith-Schuster, he's gone. He's not even there no more. You know what I mean? So aside from that, why would Lamar Jackson sign to a team where he's going to have to struggle even more than the team that he was last on? Now, the last team that he was on, they did fairly well, but now they traded away some pieces. You know what I'm saying? He's having to work a little bit harder, but now he's going to have to work 3 times as hard almost to play on the Steelers, because he's going to have to pretty much do damn near almost everything. You know what I mean? So you can be the best quarterback you can, but when it's time to actually start incorporating your teammates, you got to hope that they can hold their ends of the bargain up. Chase Claypool is cool, but at the same as that time, you can't rely on him all the time. So you got to put trust in these other receivers that probably still need to catch up. But the point I'm trying to make is, a lot of this stuff that they got going on the franchise mode with the logic behind the AI and stuff like that, it doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Why do you have 5 to 6 QBs on one team? None of the other QBs that were there before them were hurt at all whatsoever. They weren't hurt. You know what I mean? So why would you stack up so many QBs at one time? They have 6 QBs. Lamar Jackson is already starting. They gave him the starting job. Mr. Trubisky literally still has time on him, but they put all that time and money into Lamar Jackson. They put so much money into him, instead of them taking that money and putting it in other places where they need positions filled, or they need to strengthen up their team. You see what I'm saying there? Like, I hope you understand what I'm getting at, but stuff like that just it turns me away from playing franchise, because if it seems like if you're not playing with friends in an online franchise league, then it seems to me you're going to just have AI doing stupid stuff all day long. And to me, it doesn't make sense. That's what turns me away from playing an actual franchise mode as an owner or a coach or whatever, because not only is it me and 31 other teams, I have to worry about these guys making stupid trades that don't even make sense. You know what I mean? From people that I've heard, people are saying that the trade logic is still messed up. You know what I mean? You got bogus trades going on that don't even make sense. You know what I mean? Like, it, oh my God, the list goes on. But I understand for people that are in the franchise side, I understand why y'all are frustrated. I can see why. But when I just saw that, and I was like 2 or 3 days ago, and I just logged on a minute ago, when I saw that literally just, it turned me off. Like, immediately it turned me off, bro. Like, what exactly are y'all trying to accomplish, EA? You know what I'm saying? Like, we made all this fuss, not we as in all of us, but I'm just saying the franchise people, they made all that fuss about you guys needing to improve franchise mode, and this is what y'all do. Now, I understand what y'all are getting ready to say, oh, it's a beta, you know, you can't really expect things to be like this, that, and third, but come on, bro. Like, now's not the time to try to slack up or let up on it. Now's not the time, bro. Like, you gotta put your best foot forward. Now's not the time to be making simple mistakes and then correcting it later on down the line, because that just shows where your priorities lie. You know what I'm saying? You're more focused on having mid-air KOs. You're more focused on having blanketed coverage, quote unquote. You're more focused on things that should have been fixed previously, but now that's more of a priority versus actually having these legacy issues being fixed. Franchise mode actually being a priority. I don't care about Face of Franchise. I don't think anyone cares about Face of Franchise enough to sit there and say that, oh, you know what, you should do this with Face of the Franchise. Blah, blah. I don't think Face of the Franchise really exists to certain people. I don't think it does. You know what I mean? But you put all your time and efforts and resources into that, and then you got mud at the same as that time, and then, you know, online head-to-head and franchise mode just seems to be tossed to the wayside, and it's more like, oh, we'll get to it when we get to it. It doesn't make sense to me, man. You know what I mean? But let me know what you think in the comment section down below, man. Most definitely appreciate all the support y'all been showing the videos, man. But I'm gonna get up out of here, man. Make sure you hit the like button, comment, subscribe, share the word, spread the links, because you know how I do. But I'm gonna get up out of here. It's your boy Jay Divine, and I'm signing out. Peace.